All right, I'm back with Dave Shealy. Dave, there's a lot of cynics out there. If you'd believe it, there's a lot of people that think that maybe the skunk ape doesn't exist. And from what I've seen, the National Park Service actually doesn't either. They've said that, as far as they know, it doesn't exist. Why would our government, you know, if they know best, why would they keep something like that from us if it did exist? So I'm a little. Okay,
well, I mean, that's a perplexing question. People ask me that all the time. And like I said, this is a very deep-rooted subject, and there's a lot at stake here. I have a very good relationship with what they call the Independent Seminole Nation. Those are the Indians who still live in the Everglades. They don't live on reservations.
And that's not easy to do. I actually have your guidebook here with beautiful illustrations. It says that they're tough to befriend, but if you can, they're a great source of knowledge. How did you become friends with them?
My parents died of AIDS at a very early age, and one of the elder medicine women that was very highly respected took me in, and I spent about 10 years with her before she passed away. And she would take me around and introduce me, and I mainly just sat and listened and learned, and it's been the skunk apes are there. FWC has been in the woods with me and cast tracks for 10 years. I gave my videos to the government. They sent people to the scene. What I photographed is a wild animal. It's not a guy in a monkey suit. This isn't a joke by any means. This is a very serious matter. One of the ways this country is so powerful militarily is its ability to keep secrets. And I'm here to tell you that the skunk ape is only one of many things that I've seen and found in my life that is just not readily available for the public to know about. And there's reasons behind
Manti Te'o's girlfriend. Have you found her?
I saw that, yeah, that's interesting.
So I think I'm sold. I read this whole book, and there are some interesting things. You've got to explain the wet lima beans to me.
Okay.
They attract the
All right.
the skunk apes?
There used to be a lot of hunt camps out there. There's still a few private inn holdings in the back country, but there used to be lots of them. And there was these constant stories of these skunk apes going in and taking food supplies. And so a lot of hunters, they go hunting, they'd leave something on the stove, come back, it'd be gone. And one hunter told me that they were out at a hunting camp and they were playing cards, and they had beans on the stove, and they had a little smokestack. There was a tree overgrowing the camp. And it wasn't that late. It was like 10:30 at night. All of a sudden, a skunk ape had crawled out on a limb and actually fell through the roof of the cabin right onto the table. And they went to get their guns, and it knocked a lantern over and took the whole wall of the cabin out. And they swore it was drawn to the beans on the stove. And so I started baiting, and I use them dry and during the dry season, and they hold a long time, and they're large, and it's a visual thing for me. They're naturally curious. Not a lot of other wildlife doesn't eat it. But I have to tell you, if you do YouTube, they live in trees. That's where the Indians actually bring me the premier bait, and that is a deer's liver in a bucket of blood. And that's when I'm really baiting hard in an area, wanting to get real results. That's what I use. I'm
going to need a volunteer for the bucket of blood. So if anyone is not really interested in sticking around much longer, we'll take that from you. We're out of time here, but be sure to visit the Skunk Ape Research Center. Here it's really cool. There's snakes, there's birds. Thanks so much for coming on. Thank you to our new house band, Halfway to Moksha. And we'll see you next time on Off the Wire.
Planting the seeds now into the soil, and people are struggling with inner turmoil, and they are fighting, blood starts to boil. Loser is a gunner, and winner he gets all the spoils. Café con loco, te ofrezco un poco de mi corazón. You are not alone, I miss the place you used to call my home. Café con loco, te ofrezco un poco de mi corazón. You are not alone, I miss the place that used to call my home.